Chrissy, I've been telling clients for years, and I believe it's accurately telling them that cars, vehicles don't have to go through probate. If your spouse or your parent passed away with a car titled in their name, that you can go down to the tag and title agency with the appropriate documents and they will retitle that vehicle into your name. I've been telling that to people for years and years, and nobody's ever come back and told me, Tom, you were wrong. It requires some kind of probate process. And as it turns out, I am the executor for one of the clients' estate that we're doing. And so guess what? I'm going down there, tag and title office on Monday, trying to transfer a car title without this probate process.
I really look forward to your information when you come back.
Well, I would say that if as a general rule, a lot of people might say, Tom, yeah, I got it done. It took me 2 appointments to get it done. One to kind of figure out what to do and what forms to fill out, then going back there a second time and doing
everything.
And that might be the general rule, but I'm going to try and have all my ducks in a row here and have anything and everything I might need to get this done in one trip. And I've got an appointment at 7 a.m. on Monday morning.
Good. I look forward to hearing your results because I know that it's important. We do get a lot of questions about how to handle the transfer of title of vehicles. And even though we do probates here in our office, a lot of these questions come on the front end when we're trying to help people with estate planning.
Yeah. And as far as I know, it works for car, boat, RV, you name it. It works for all titles. Nothing that I know of says it's limited to no more than one. You might go down there with 5 car titles and they might do them all for you. As far as I know, we're about to find out.
We're going to find out.
But the common question that we often get is that, say, mom has passed away. She had a car titled in her name only. She had 3 kids, and the 3 kids are saying, hey, we just want the car to go to just one of us. Can we do it that way?
Right.
And I tell them, I think you can. Just got to fill out the appropriate forms. Again, and Alexis, our lawyer daughter, is out there is right now working on that form for us, but that might be certainly one of the options as long as all the kids sign off on it. You don't have to go into all 3, just one of them, one of their names.
And that, to me, is a very important information because you're right. That is a common question.
Yeah. The Alexis is going to be on with me in the second half of the radio show. I might ask her about that form because
I think so.
I told Alexis, again, our lawyer daughter, that I was doing this. She goes, oh, I've got the form. I help clients do it. So
she was ready, willing, and able to help.
I'm glad I spoke up because I looked at that form. I go, that's a lot of blanks to fill in. So I guess I could have done it at that moment in time. They might have said, here, Mr. Olsen, here's a form. Go stand over there and fill it out. When you get ready, get back in line. But hopefully...
You think you're going to be more prepared?
I'm going to walk up and say, here's my form. Here's my letters of administration. Here's a copy of the trust. Here's a copy of the will. Here's a copy of the death certificate. Blah,
There you go. Here's
overwhelmed with paperwork.
I think that's a good idea.
So they won't have any reason to deny me.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Here it is. Here's all your paperwork.
Yeah. And, start by telling, that hopefully they'll say, yeah, you're at the right place or you're at the right window. Because not all tag and title offices handle car titles. I could see.
That's correct.
I could see that.
That's another factor.
Yeah. So if anybody's out there listening and they've got personal experience with transferring car titles of somebody who's passed away, typically one of your parents or a sibling or something, and want to call us and let us know what your experience was, we'd love to hear from you right now. 407-916-5400. Text us 23680. And, I got to add one more thing to that, and that is this, is that for you to do this, it requires that you have the car title, okay? So first of all, a lot of people say, yeah, my car's paid in full. Where is the title? Well, these days, it's an electronic title. So I have, in the past, and part of doing this process, you can log on to the DMV and find your car, and it will say electronic title, and you can check a box, send me the paper title. I think it's like $5 or something. So they'll send you the paper title. So far, so good. But let's say mom passed away. She owned a car. We're trying to avoid probate on it, but she had a lien against it. She owed money to the bank. Well, in that situation, I believe the kids are going to have to, if they really want this car, they're going to have to first pay off the bank loan
Right.
so that they can get the title to the vehicle so that they can then transfer it into their name.
Exactly. Because my understanding is they won't give you the title.
Correct.
Unless-
That can't do anything with it. Don't get the title until it's been paid in full. And so, of course, if you're saying, well, mom's passed away and she owned a 2023 vehicle that's worth $20,000 and she owes $25,000, well, then just, hey, give it back to the lender. There's nothing there for you. There's no equity in it, you might say.
Right.
If it's so you got to make that decision. So all about car titles. Again, if you've transferred a car title, we'd love to hear about your experience or any other legal question right now. 407. Studio now with me is attorney Alexis Richards. Alexis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
Alexis, in the first quarter of the show, we were talking about transferring car titles when somebody passes away. And I've been a lawyer for over 40 years. And for over 40 years, I've been telling people cars, boats, vehicles, RVs don't have to go through probate. And that is a true statement. It requires that the client go down to the tag and title office with certain documentation in the car title, and they will retitle that car into their names.
That is true.
And so you are the probate attorney here at the Olsen Law Group, so you have a more of a day-to-day experience with people doing that very thing. Is that right?
That is correct.
And so tell us, what do you know about transferring car titles when, let's say, mom passes away and she had 3 kids and mom's got a title to a car in mom's name only? What are you telling people?
So, of course, I am no expert.
Caller
I
Elizabeth.
don't work at the DMV. However, what I have learned from clients over the past several months is if there is a situation like you're saying where there are 3 kids, a lot of times the kids will agree that one person will get the vehicle. And yes, they can transfer it at the DMV with no probate. However, the DMV requires that each of the kids that are not going to be on the car title have to sign a release that they're giving it to the one child. And so it requires multiple forms that need to be filled out.
What you showed me this morning, I had no idea there was such a thing, but there literally is a PDF form that you can get from the tag and title office.
Yes.
And so before you go down there to do this, you might as well get that form and start filling it out.
Exactly. And the DMV form is available online. And the other thing, too, that I've helped people with where we have clients that are out of state and they need to transfer vehicles, the DMV also has a specific power of attorney that you can print online and have executed so you can have someone in the state help you with transferring that title.
When you're looking at that form, the DMV form, does it tell you on there, okay, fill out this form, and when you come down here, make sure you bring with you a death certificate and a copy of mom's will?
Unfortunately, on the form itself, it does not list that documentation.
Okay.
But if you go on the website, it does show it.
It would be, I would like to put a little page on our website, olsenlawgroup.com, about how to transfer a car title in and put that link in there.
Yeah.
That would be really nice.
I agree.
I'd like to look at it myself. So have you followed that link before, and that's where it tells you this is what you need to bring with you?
Yep. And on the website, it shows you the list of what you need to bring, including you as the applicant going in with your proof of ID. And also, too, having those forms prepared. And I learned recently from clients where the DMV forms, they don't accept electronic signatures on it.
Okay,
it
gotta be
has to
original.
be original ink signatures.
And does it talk about fees and cost to transfer these car titles and how can they get paid?
It does not, because what it indicates on the form is inheritance.
Okay.
So it doesn't talk about any other tax other than as far as I know, checking the box for inheritance.
Well, I'm sure there's a DMV fee for making this transfer, but hopefully they'll take credit cards, or you may want to take a check with you to pay whatever fees are associated with that.
I know you can, just from personal experience, pay with a credit card. However, they do charge you the convenience fee, I think.
Exactly. Okay.